Introducing Finnomics, your one-stop intelligence hub to access economic indicators, sectoral insights, pricing updates, and exclusive operational data for perfect investment decision making. And this is going to happen for the very first time in the entire financial world. We are excited to soft launch the beta version of Finnomics, now fully equipped with uploaded, updated, and working data across every menu. With Finnomics, you can track macroeconomic data in real time, dive deep into sector specific trends, access key operational metrics of listed companies, monitor prices across industries. I'm not saying market prices, it's about various molecule, various chemical prices, various ingredient prices, which drive the sales growth and margin of various companies. Also explore analytics driven dashboards made for serious market participants. This is not just another data portal. Finnomics gives you access to unique operational intelligence that most platform does not even offer. And for now, without any paywalls, explore the beta version, taste every menu, and tell us what works and what could be even better. So welcome to Finnomics, real data, real insights, real time. Join the beta now, comment and provide your feedback. Now I will show you at a glance what is there in this incredible software for the very first time launched in the entire industry in the century. So let me take you into my screen first and let me show you the interface of Finnomics. We know there are certain glitches, and that's why we are working hard to fix these glitches. It's Finnomics.in, 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 and this is the interface. What you really have to do, that you have to register yourself. You have to register with your Gmail ID. That's it. You have to register with your Gmail ID. But with this, you will not get the access of the beta version because we are launching the beta version now. What you need to do, you need to mail me at anik.mitra@finnomics.in. The domain is same, finnomics.in. anik.mitra@finnomics.in, which I'm incorporating in the in the dashboard in the underneath segment also in this particular video. So please register yourself, mail me in the given ID for getting access. This is very important. I will specifically come and will accept you to have the access of this particular software. Now, let me show you. Once you would get access, then you can log in with your Google ID. There are certain glitches. Again, I'm saying, if some error comes during login, please refresh it once the internal server error. This error often comes. So refresh it once, twice. If it does not work, then go back and please re-log in once again. So we are trying to fix this small glitches here and there. There are some token related problems which we are trying to sort it out at the earliest. So I'm again trying to log in once again. As I'm already registered, I need not to register myself. Now let me show you. This is Finnomics. What you need to really do, that you have to go to products, you need to use it. You need to click on use it. That's it. You are there on the dashboard and here it is. You will get access to economic data, sectoral data, operational data, price tracker, Peer analysis, very important and interesting. Analytics, we have incorporated lots of data analytics. It's not about raw data, it's data analytics for ease of decision making. And also value chain and incredible database, an incredible database which will give you answer for various queries. So it's not all, it's just the beginning. We will keep on incorporating lots of data which already we are working with. We will incorporate lots of data into this particular software to make it incredible, uncomparable over the period of time. So need your support. So firstly, let me show you like by going to economic data. So this is the economic data where let me okay. So what you can get here, that is the domestic data, like you can see your consumer price index, and it's the beauty is, let's say, consumer price index rural. So what you can do, you can get the latest data, and it's not a one-time data, it's the entire trend is visible to you. So that is very helpful because you are getting insight of the entire data. So what here only a limited access is there. Limited access means the entire CPI is not displayed. You can see it's not the first line item. So there are various other line items above this. This is the end a few liners only. And here is the CSV, but we are not giving access to CSV. Rather, in the beta version, we are not giving the access of the access to download this particular data set. Rather, we are allowing you to visualize the entire data set rather than getting it downloaded in the beta version. I'm saying after, like, once we will make the go with the full launch, you will get the full data there. Okay, so this is it. You can go back, and similarly there are various data. You can check the GDP growth rate. The beauty is the trend. One time GDP is not that important, but GDP growth rate is very important. A consistent GDP growth rate over the period of time, how is it performing? That is important. You understand, like analysts understand it quite well. So there are annual data, quarterly data. This is one another very interesting data which gives you the spread between the two, two period yield, 10-year yield and 1-year yield. And from there, that inverted yield curve becomes visible in front of us, and we can take economic decision how the macro is going to perform. That decision often comes from this area. So this is one another clue. So spread is very important between 10-year and 1-year yield. So anyways, we need not to discuss for the analysts because everyone knows. And along with that, we have the data for IIP. You can access this retail sales growth because lots of retail companies are listed. We want to understand how the coming period is going to do. A company exposed in southern India will it becomes very difficult for a retailer, how the retailer is doing in the southern part of the country. So if you get the access of this data, then you can, like, it will be easier for you to visualize the way forward. So all these data are from authentic sources, although I have a disclaimer which is already mentioned that I personally or our team personally didn't check, and that is beyond our understanding, beyond our capacity to go and individually check each and every data. You understand, lots of data, we are the secondary, we are accessing the secondary data as a data aggregator. Right, so we have no scope at all to check there. And in this way, you are getting this type of domestic, important, relevant data for the for your decision making. Now come to international data. You are getting this data, very important: US consumer sentiment, trade balance with China, trade balance with India. Let's have a quick look at the trade balance with India. So this is trade balance with India. You can see how trade balance is behaving over the period of time. This is the latest data till June is visible. Uh, yeah. It's still June 24. Okay. We will update it. So similarly, you can have a check of the GDP growth rate of US. Have a look there. 2.4 last Q1, the first quarter was negative 0.2, means it's quarter on quarter. It's mentioned over and above in the column name. Quarter on quarter growth was negative 0.2%. So these data are often very useful in decision making. Along with that, just a moment. Acha, this is international data. Similarly, you can check the similar data for UK GDP is there, Eurozone energy price index, sales growth in Eurozone, retail sales growth, GDP growth. All these data are there. These are very interesting and important data. Euro area and Eurozone, everything we are covering. So along with that, one very interesting IMF projection is there. Like how I have in January last time, IMF gave their projection. They said 3.3%. They anticipated 6.5% growth for India, 6.5% growth for India in 2025, and in January, for 2026 also they projected 6.5% growth for India. Similarly, if you check about the China, then it's 4.6% in 2025 and anticipated again 4.5% in 2026. But this is very important for us to keep on checking whenever they will come out with the next revised projection, whether it maintains, whether it tapers, whether it expands. So accordingly, we can take in macroeconomic decisions. Because macroeconomy works like a matrix for us, so that is very important. So apart from let me go back to the main page. It was economic data. Similarly, we can go and check this sectoral data as well. So I'm sorry for this inconvenience. You can refresh if this appears. We are working to remove these errors. Still these glitches are there, and very important for us to understand the importance of the data. How do you people feel as an investor, as an analyst? And accordingly, we'll incorporate a lot more data which are already in the pipeline where we are working through. See, this type of data like airlines data, automobile data, it's brilliant data, I would say. It covers this monthly performance, monthly sales data of the companies, listed players, Bajaj Auto and all those stuffs. Bajaj Auto, Hero Motocorp, uh, Eicher Motor, TVS Motor, and we are adding lot more. It's not only limited to this much. Here it is visible up to Tata Motors. Like TVS Motors is two-wheeler segment, and here the JLR part of Tata Motors is visible, but it's not that. Let's rest other are already in the pipeline. We will be incorporating it very soon. Within very short span of time, we are going to incorporate it for all our listed PV players, for our listed all CV players as well. Now let's have a look at the wholesale tractor data, wholesale tractor sales data. It's a brilliant data, I would say, because it gives you complete information, like how different companies, because all companies are not listed in this particular domain, but when we are working with the listed players, then our listed companies performance is somewhat related to the performance of this unlisted players as well. Like again, I'm saying this entire list is not visible. The upper, we are instead giving access to this data by downloading it. I have already downloaded this wholesale tractor sales data. Let me show you what is there. And in the actual data set, you will not get this downloading option. We will disable it for the beta version. Rather, we will give you access to find all the data from the top. Now, here you can see it's the complete data set. Mahindra Group, entire group. It is having 38,900 tractor sales in May 2025, followed by TIFF, which seems to be second largest, followed by Sonalika. Sonalika is also not listed, but this Escorts Kuboto is listed, 9,700 uh, units they have sold in the month of May. Then again, non-listed John Deere, New Holland, Kuboto has been merged, Captain, Preet, Indofarm, VST Tiller is again listed. Ace is a more construction equipment player than Tractor. Tractor is also there in their portfolio, but sales volume is really low. SDF, all these companies are there. So you will get the access of this data to visualize from our window, but this Excel or CSV access will not be there. I will disable this for the time being. So a lot more data are coming, which are very, very relevant. Now you can check here auto ancillary companies. And the brilliant thing here, again, this error is coming. You please refresh it once, it will come back. So important is it's sector driven data, right? Now this it's giving you the complete uh, contribution, how various components are performing, what is the contribution of various auto ancillary components like engine components, body, chassis, suspension, braking, all those stuffs. So you can have a check, you can check the market turnover, and export by category and import by categories are also very important, because export is a substantial percentage of the entire performance. And you can check how this sector is performing. It's in FY24 it has grown up a little bit, like in the for as far as engine component is concerned. FY25 data is awaited. I hope that the concerned agency will provide this data soon, and we will incorporate it, we will update it soon. So if we move to the next one, metal, here, it is very important that we are covering, in the metal, we are covering two foreign companies. One is Codelco, because in copper is the very crucial element for us. And copper is mostly important, we know. And entire copper prices in the country, although like Hindalco and Nalco are copper players, but their prices are also up to a certain extent guided or governed by the demand and supply globally. Right. So Codelco, Rio Tinto, Codelco is the largest one in copper, and Rio Tinto is among three largest in aluminium production. So all these companies are very important for their copper and aluminium production for Indian counterparts. So we are tracking this data for Codelco and Rio Tinto. As of now, we will increase our access to various other players as well, who are the market leaders globally, who are the market leaders, and whose extraction, mining, and sales govern the demand and supply and prices as well. So those are very important. So you can see the last quarter, March quarter, what was the sales of copper, and what was copper inter-copper production. Now, let me go back to the EV part. Very important. Everyone is eyeing towards EV, and it's the two-wheeler sales of EV. Sorry, this data is missing. I will incorporate this data. No issue. Next, move to agriculture, and here Indian fertilizer production and import data is visible, and fertilizer, how much fertilizer has been produced, and how much has been important, how much has been sold, this entire chain, this entire economy of these producers like urea, whether it's urea, DAP, or MOP, muriate of potash, that is going to play a very crucial role for the segment. So for the listed players as well. So it gives us this month on month data gives us some essence what is happening, what is cooking, and accordingly after a quarter it will come in front of us how it is reflecting in the sales of the company. So it's we are with this sort of data we will well ahead of sales of the company to interpret the sales of the company. You can see this data. This is a brilliant data of the shrimp export, where companies like Avanti Feed, companies like King's in Infa. So those companies are selling their shrimp, processed shrimp, to US, and their prices, their performance is up to a certain extent governed by how the Indian export is working in US, right? So here it is. You can see India is the largest like Indian shrimp is the largest contributor in US shrimp import, followed by Ecuador, and afterwards Indonesia. So this is total figure. So contribution is displayed, or let's say market share is displayed in the analytics part. You even need not to bother about this raw data. Rather, you can go and check the analytics, which will help you in decision making, quick decision making rather. This hospitality sector gives you metrics like hotel sector metrics. This hotel sector metrics is about average room revenue, occupancy, and revenue per room, rave per. So these are I believe that these are incredible data which I kept on hunting in my analytics period, and every time I had to like do lots of Google, lots of uh, crunching in the internet, but often landed up with a result. And the worst part of that is time loss. And finally, whatever is coming in front of me this time, the next time it was coming from the some different sources. So there was no consistency of the sources. It was random search in the internet which landed to a different result, or let's say non-reliable result. But here the data is from certain reliable sources up to a certain extent. We have covered in that way so that you can rely upon this data. So this is very important. And then oil and gas, refinery throughput. Just have a check of the refinery throughput. This is the refinery throughput data incorporated here. When it's only one quarter, we will keep on adding quarter after quarter. So it will give you a clarity how throughput is behaving. What is the trend of the throughput of various different refineries, and also for various different refiners. So altogether, you will be able to come to a conclusion for a decision making of how this quarter, this upcoming quarter is going to behave. So it's always ahead of time. And this is textile sector which gives lots of data in terms of uh, Indian RMG, because in the ready-made garment, India is trying hard to beat Bangladesh and rest other countries. So this data is very important for us. So see, this is the data for various months. Now, along with that, let me show you, this is ready-made garments. Now, let me show you how we know that Indian textile has a significant contribution in US textile import. So what we are going to, we can check here. Let me show you. Let's say for cotton terry towel, we know India is number one player in the cotton terry towel, but who are the next? Just have a quick check. This is the cotton terry towels for see, this is the number of year displayed. I will give you the access of the whole data rather than download, as I have already mentioned. So we can check what is the sales of India, what is the sales of China, and how Bangladesh, Pakistan, Vietnam behaves in this particular segment. So you check, explore, and tell me what are relevant, what do additional data you want. I, being an analyst for quite long time, I felt that these data are required for decision making. I was referring about the steady table and all those stuff. So we know that three listed companies in the upholstery segment in Indian textile sector, which got lots of prominence. Companies like Welspun, companies like Indocom. So what we have to do, like we really need to do, how India is performing over there. Is there any improvement? In MMF, lots of policies has come. Lots of policies have come, and what we really need to do, that we need to find out how this data is going to shape up, how India is, or let's say really India is able to capture the market market share. Those are very important factor here. Let's say for man-made fiber, China has big sales, but if we consider India, we are somewhere constant, somewhere we are stagnant. If we even compare with countries like Cambodia, Bangladesh, they are well ahead of us. Vietnam, way ahead. It's the second largest man-made fiber companies. Indian government has taken lots of initiatives, making lots of policies, bringing up lots of policies, but this segment is still unable to perform. So what's wrong, that I don't know, but yes, possibility and headroom is there. So we need to keep on checking this data, which will give us first essence that something is happening over there, something is cooking over there. And especially when China's participation is going down, you can see like over the period of time during this tariff drama, China's sales has really come down, where Vietnam surpassed China. So how India is well positioned or able to capture the market, the information will come from here, from this set of data. And once this set of data will give you information that there are some transformation in Indian companies, then you can go and check how this is happening, how Indian companies, which company is going to capture the market share, whether there is something happening from the company side, and accordingly we can take the decision for our investments, right? So let's go back to here is the operational data. I'm sorry for this is really irritating, but we are trying to resolve it at the earliest. We know there are some token related issue which we will sort very quickly. So operational data, it's about operational thing of various companies, various listed companies, like here it is the GRM, gross refinery margin data for BPCL, and it's again refinery specific, very important. It's not the whole, it's whole is also there, BPCL total is there, but along with that some refinery specific data is also there, that is very important. And you can check this Tata Steel quarterly volume data, how did it do in the in India, in Europe, in Thailand. So all those stuffs are already there. This is the delivery volume, this is the production volume, and retail. Retail is a focus for last 2 years, 3 years, barring a few companies like what should I say, barring a few companies that didn't perform. Let's say most of the companies didn't perform, barring a few companies like Trent has performed quite a lot because of, mainly I understand, like whatever I understand, it's due to Zudio. Zudio had phenomenal performance, and beyond that, like nothing has performed. Now the store retail companies are very crucial, very very crucial for us. So the store count, let me show you the store count of various companies, like how much Pantaloons, Aditya Birla Fashion, Avenue Supermart, VMart, Trend, which we are trying to cover. And Trend, it's not about total Trend, it's Trend Star, Trend Zudio, Trend West Side. So all these are specific companies, specific brands of specific companies, which we have tried to cover in this particular software. And lots of data there. Please have a check. Please have a check here. footfall, conversion, average selling price, LFL growth, all those stuffs are there. It's very important. I will not spend more time here. Rather, what I will request you to have a check specifically of this particular data set and let me know from you guys. You mail me and let me know what are the problems you faced. Glitches, I know still you mentioned from your site if any additional glitch has been witnessed. What are good things you found in this particular software, and also let me know what additional data you feel like to be here. Please note that now financial data which is available everywhere with many softwares are not available, are not there, right? So thanks, that's it in this particular video. Please do let me know, and I'll be very happy once we get some good response from you guys. Thank you so much. uh, that's it in this particular video. Thanks.